Good morning, Thunder Eagles. Welcome to the what we call the kitchen pub table, and welcome to Triangles Day 1, or Geometry Day 7, or I think it's like Math Day 14, something like that. But anyway, today, as I told you yesterday, you're going to need a scissor and you're going to need some paper. So if you don't have that, you might want to go get that right now. Pause the video and you can come back, okay? And you're paused and now you're back. Okay, now if you don't have scissors, it's okay. Just make sure that you've got a potato in a old Tostitos not salsa con queso container, and then make sure you put an Easter egg in there, okay? Or you could have some Turkish apricots. Make sure you have one of those. Okay, now that you've got your paper, it is important that you make a few triangles, okay? Now the triangles have to be perfectly straight. You can see here I've made an isosceles. These two are equal. This one is shorter. You can see I've made a right triangle. This is the right angle, and these two angles are acute. This one is my equilateral triangle. Side A, B, C are all equal, and the angles are probably all equal as well. And this one, of course, is a scalene because none of the sides are equal. This one's short. That's the mama bear. That's the papa bear. But also you'll notice this is a right triangle because it has a right angle. Okay, so make yourself a couple of those. Don't forget to make the angle super straight. Use a ruler if you need to. And then the last thing you have to do is put a dot in each corner. Okay, so once you do that, pause the video and come back. All right, and now you're back. And the next step that you're going to do is you are going to cut out each corner. Now you've probably seen with your eagle vision that I have already done that, okay? But I want you to go ahead and cut them out and make sure you have that dot, because that dot's going to be really critical about where things go, okay? And then you'll be ready to do what I'm about to do, which is the fun part, because we have a huge discovery to make here. Some of you were onto it yesterday, and let's check it out. So let's say I take these three corners apart from this triangle, and you can tell that I've kind of taken them off here, okay? And let's say I put them together. I put the dots together. What happens? Oh, this is kind of hard with one hand, but I think I can do it. What happens? Well, what happens every single time, no matter what I do, and this may not come out perfectly in the video, but trust me, it is that I get a straight line. As soon as I line up all of these, I get a straight line. And we know that a straight line is 180 degrees, but what about this guy? Oh, no wonder why that wasn't working. I wondered. This one belongs, see, I got my triangles mixed up. This one should be over here. So what happens if we do this now? Okay, Mr. Courtney, now you don't have to fake it. All right, look. What if I do this? Oh, look what I get. Look what I get. Oh, straight line. Straight line. Okay, what about this guy? Let's take a look at this one right here. Okay, and I'm sorry for all the shaking. But what if I do this? What if I take these three over here? Oh, and what if I do this one? I'll take this one. Where's it going to go? Look. Oh, snappers. I get another straight line. But what about this guy? Certainly this cannot work on an isosceles triangle. Au contraire, mon frère. Look at this thing. Oh, I've got another one. Look. That's right. It's a straight line. Oh my God. Oh my, what is going on? Look, let's do this one. This cannot be the same. Oh no. Let's try this guy over here. No! How did this happen? How is it that all of the angles equal a straight line? And as we all know, a straight line is equal to Oreo. I'm trying to talk about triangles here. You're worried about food. A straight line is 180 degrees. That's right. Every every one of these triangles, no matter what they look like, no matter what type, isosceles, equilateral, triangle, right, obtuse, it doesn't matter. All of their angles are going to add up to 180 degrees. So what? I mean, cats are now dogs. Dogs are now cats. The sky is falling. I'm drinking chai instead of coffee, and this is weird, but let's use something about this. Now, if you've done that, go ahead and do that with your triangles, then pause the video. And I know what you're going to say. Somebody out there is going to go, Mr. Courtney, I found one. It's not 180. Okay, if that's the case, you need to get your ruler, and you need to do it again. And I'm sorry to be the peanut butter in this peanut butter and jelly sandwich, but somebody has got to lay a foundation here. And the truth is that your lines are not straight, because for thousands of years, even back to the times when dudes were walking around in togas, they've never been able to find a triangle that does not add up to 180 degrees in its angles. And I want to show you a practical approach to this. So first, I want you to write triangles. And today's lesson is called What the What? Mr. C, I am not in my surf den. I'm in my kitchen, but you can do whatever you'd like to do wherever you are. And it is the 14th of April, 2020. Now, take a look at this triangle, and hopefully you'll see that something is wrong with it, because it looks like an equilateral triangle. And if it is equilateral, then all three sides are equal and all three angles are equal. But if all three angles were equal, that would make this a 45. And I know that 45 plus 45 plus 45 does not equal 180. That's right. 45 plus 45 plus 45 does not equal 180. And I know that because I know that 60 plus 60 plus 60 equals 180. And 60, 60, 60 is exactly the angle measurements on an equilateral triangle. So I know that this is drawn wrong. But what would be the missing measurement? Well, I can make an equation using what I just found out. I could say that angle A is 45, and angle B is 45, and angle C is missing, and I can say that that all equals 180. What could I do next? Well, I could take 45 plus 45, and I could think that, hey, they're 90. And I could still add that to C, and I could say that that's equal to 180. And now that I've got this, I can clearly guess a number. And then I can check it, as we do in class. 90 plus 90 equals 180. That means that the missing angle, which I've been calling C, has to be 90. What else does that mean? Haha, that also means that I have drawn my triangle incorrectly, because I drew it as an equilateral triangle to start. It is not. But I know that this 90 tells me what it is. That 90 tells me it has to have a right angle. It is going to be a right triangle. It might be something else too, but it's definitely a right triangle. Now 45 is half of 90, so I'm going to draw that sort of like this. And look, I get another 45 on the other side, and this triangle looks really, really good to me. This looks like what it should look like. These two angles should be acute. This should be right. And there you go. I've got a nice right triangle. And it looks to me like it's also isosceles. These two are equal. This is not. So it is probably an isosceles triangle. And it is also a right triangle. And if that is confusing to you, please go back and watch the review videos and do the review work from yesterday. Okay, so here is your assignment today. I am going to give you 4 real-life situations. Each of these, 1, 2, 3, and 4, are mystery triangles. I'm only telling you the measurement of 2 of the angles, and I'm looking for the measure of the third. So if you notice on the first one, I'm telling you A and B, but not C. A and B, but not C. This one, I'm telling you B and C, but not A. And in this one, I'm telling you A and C, but not B. I know, I like to mess with you. And, you know, I miss it, so this is my thing. So don't take that away from me, okay? All right, now, when you solve it, this should be pretty easy, right? Because you can kind of lay out an equation. A plus B plus C equals 180. You can go back to our work here. Feel free to review the video and figure out how to guess and check a number in there. Don't forget to check to make sure that it all adds up to 180. But here is your challenge if you are a advanced student. If you're an advanced student, draw a picture of the triangle and make sure that based on what you know about the classified triangles that we learned yesterday, that your picture is right. For example, this picture was equilateral, but it can't be. It's not an equilateral triangle. So instead I had to draw a right triangle. Okay, good luck. Post your pictures, please, in the comments. I look forward to seeing them. Can't wait to talk to you about the triangles in our closing today. Have fun. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.